How we doing, guys? And it is official. Kepa Arrizabalaga is an Arsenal player. Now, you have no idea how many times it's taken me to get his surname right. So for the purpose of the video, Kepa. That's it. It's that simple. We don't need to worry. We know who we're on about here. Kepa. He is an Arsenal player. Now, I never thought I'd be doing a video saying that Kepa is an Arsenal player. And I know some people will go, oh no, another Chelsea reject. Listen, I'm actually happy about this. I haven't got an issue with it. And for the price that we're paying, £5 million for what is effectively going to be our backup goalkeeper, I don't have an issue with that. None whatsoever. If you watched him last season for Bournemouth, he was actually very, very good. So I don't have a problem. His first clean sheet, ironically, last season was against Arsenal. It's always us, isn't it? But listen, we all know who he is. Okay, he came with a ridiculous price tag to Chelsea. And there was a period before Alisson went to Liverpool that he was the most expensive goalkeeper in history. £71.6 million. So a lot of money. When Chelsea signed him from Bilbao. And listen, it's very obvious and, it's not a secret that he's had problems. He's had problems, settling in at Chelsea, maybe problems with managers, problems with performances and, consistency. There was that well-known situation in the Carabao Cup final, I think it was. And was it when Sarri was manager and he went to substitute him because he believed that he was injured and Kepa basically refused. And then there was this back and forth where Sarri was going mad. Kepa was refusing to come off. I think it was Willy Caballero that was the substitute goalkeeper, was standing on the touchline ready to go. The referee had to get involved and he ended up, staying on. And subsequently, the next league game, he was dropped, but then brought back into the side. I think he got fined a week's wages and that they said that it was just a misunderstanding. And listen, you won't get away with doing none of that with Mikel Arteta, that's for sure. But that was quite a while ago now, to be quite honest with you. But like I said, if we were signing him maybe a couple of years or so ago, I would have probably looked and gone, I'm not too sure about this one. There were a load of mitigating circumstances as to why I would have felt like that. But given that little first period of a loan spell we had at Real Madrid, and then in particular the loan spell we had at Bournemouth last season, I've got no doubt that this is actually a smart piece of business by Arsenal. We need a number two. That's very, very evident. In the market that we're in any position, it's always difficult to be able to go and pick up somebody that's 30 years old, vast experience of the Premier League, is a good goalkeeper. Let's, not get it mistaken here for a second. He is a very good goalkeeper. When you can get him for this kind of money, £5 million, which is what his release clause is, it's a no-brainer for me. It makes absolute sense that Arsenal have gone and got this business done. I was speaking then about his time at Real Madrid. He was brought in because there was a long-term injury at the time to Thibaut Courtois. And I think he started his first 13 games at Real Madrid. And then he actually picked up an abductor injury before a Champions League game in the warm-up. And then after that, it was kind of stop, start, in, out. and just, ended up petering out and going back off to Chelsea. And then he ended up at Bournemouth and, made 31 appearances in the Premier League last season. And like I said, some very, very good performances in there. Now, don't get me wrong. He has his moments. He has his moments where there might be a rush of blood, flies out of his goal. And I suppose it's that kind of moment and inconsistency that's meant why he's not been able to go to that top level. But given what we're buying and what we need him for, that's why I say it's a no-brainer, because he brings that experience. He will likely play FA Cup matches. He will likely play Carabao Cup matches. There may even be some Champions League games that he would play, dependent on who we end up, getting. If we already qualify in the top 8, for example, with a game to spare or something, those kind of situations. And I just think it makes a lot of sense. And I know there's going to be all this talk about Chelsea reject. Oh, no, not another one. And we all kind of look, and when I'm thinking about it, and you're saying the likes of Willian and David Luiz and Petr Cech, and then, obviously the most recent is Raheem Sterling. And then, of course, we ended up buying Jorginho as well, who I don't think was an issue. I don't really think that David Luiz was that bad of an issue, to be honest. But Petr Cech obviously didn't work out. Willian was just a waste of time. And Raheem Sterling, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? But at the end of the day, I don't see the issue here with this one. £5 million for a Premier League proven, experienced goalkeeper. I think it's a smart piece of business all round, and it kind of just leaves us, with money elsewhere to concentrate and focus and buy in the more needed areas, is what I would say. So, listen, at the end of the day, if you're going to compare him to David Raya in terms of last season in the Premier League, David Raya, of course, won the Golden Gloves, second season in a row, 13 clean sheets. Kepa kept 8 clean sheets, conceded 39 goals, Kepa, to David Raya's 34. It's decent. When you're looking at penalties faced, Raya faced 3, Kepa faced 4, no penalties saved at all. And while I speak about penalties as well, don't ever let Kepa take a penalty. I remember that one. That came down with snow on it, the ball. That was a wild penalty. High claims. So, listen, this is one thing that David Raya is very, very good at. 53 to Kepa's 22. Sweeper clearances. We all know that David Raya likes being halfway up the pitch. It gives me heart attacks when I see him do it. 33 to Kepa's 20. But Kepa is that kind of sweeper keeper. So he's somebody that's likely to give you a heart attack as well. That's for sure. But listen, like I said, I just don't see why this would be a problem. He's a full Spain international as well. So you're getting a vastly experienced number 2 for £5 million. And in 2025, that's a good bit of business. Very, very good bit of business. So I'm all for it. Don't have an issue with it. And welcome to the Arsenal, Kepa. I'm not saying his surname. I'm not trying to pronounce it. I've done it once. That's enough. He will always be known as Kepa. It's as simple as that. So yeah, listen, there we go. Let me know in the comment section. Arsenal fans, are you happy with this signing? Do you understand it? Do you believe it's a smart piece of business? Let me know. And of course, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot very soon. I'm out of here.